Hi, I'm Monique Lukens, and I've been speaking about some issues that are happening in Malibu. I've been speaking out for about 7 months now. Basically, it all stems from me getting a ticket on the PCH after midnight in January. I had to rent a car, I had a light out, which I was unaware of, and when the sheriff wanted to pull me over, I actually put my hazard lights on and I went slower so that I could look for a well-lit populated area such as a store or a gas station. It never came because it was well after midnight, and I thought I saw an open store, so I pulled over there about a mile down the road, and I talked to the sheriff and said I had tried to pull into a well-lit area, but this isn't well-lit enough. Could we pull into a more well-lit area? And Officer Weisenfeld, he told me that if I moved, he'd place me on the ground and restrain me, which is, it's a really serious comment for him to make to a woman who is fearing her safety. I mean, as a law enforcer, you're supposed to make someone feel comfortable. Instead, he did the contrary. So anybody should be very concerned with what he did to me. I also found out that this Lost Hills Malibu Sheriff Department is negligent and mishandles a lot of people in their care, including Matrice Richardson, who was an unstable African-American woman. They let her out of a jail into a dark, desolate canyon area that they're located in, and her remains were found a year later. So there needs to be some safety, more safety and treatment of people. It needs to be better. What does this mean for you? You might not be in Malibu. Well, what it means is that if you are driving on a dark, desolate road, you have the potential of being fined heavily, like I was, $500, arrested, restrained, all for your safety. So a big issue here now. In Arizona, something like my incident happened, and one of the representatives tried to push forward a bill called a right to light, which states that anyone would have the right to pull into a store or a gas station. We'd like to see something like that pass, and I'm going to try to talk to all legislators that are in the Malibu area and beyond if they would sponsor this bill, because it's very important. Again, what's it mean to you? Well, if you go into a dark area, you can be sexually assaulted, either by a real officer or a fake officer. There's a sexual assault about every other week by a real police officer on record. I also wanted to state that the court case that I had with pro tem Judge Bonnie Tremack was horrendous. She wouldn't allow me to give all my evidence, and when I told her that I feared sexual assault because of so many news stories, and I said I've been speaking out about at Malibu City Council meetings, she said my irrational fear was giving me attention. What's that mean for you? That means, ladies, that if you speak up for yourself in court, if you have a fear, if you want to put yourself in a safe area, the court will tell you otherwise. They'll say, oh, you're irrational, you're crazy. That's what irrational means, you're crazy. I don't think I'm crazy, because statistics state that police officers are 3 times more accused of rape on women and boys than the rest of the citizens of the United States. That is true. If you want more information, please look at the links below.